human being who's ever lived. And more than that, how much you think he might have been worth with a rich list? Or compare that American website has some very interesting answers. Ever seen this man? No? Well, you're not alone. But what if we told you he is the richest human being ever in all of recorded human history? And his fortune? Wait for it. $400 billion. Yes, you heard that right. This is Mansa Musa the First. Mansa, who lived in the 1300s and ruled West Africa's Mali, tops the list of 25 richest people of all time, brought up by the Celebrity Network website. The list uses the annual 2,199.6% rate of inflation to adjust historic fortunes. This means that $100 million in 1913 would be equal to roughly $3.7 billion today. Interestingly, the list, which is meant to combine the top 25 richest people of all time, lists the top 26. The 26th being American Warren Buffett, with a net worth of $64 billion. But there's some interesting highlights in this list. Firstly, there are no women on the list. 14 out of the top 25 are American nationals. All the people on the list are either aristocrats or kings. Carlos Slim, the current richest person in the world, isn't even in the top 20, coming in at 22nd place with $68 billion. There is, however, an Indian presence on the list, with Mir Osman Ali Khan, the last ruler of Hyderabad, who died in 1967, coming in at 6th spot, with a fortune of $236 billion. One can only hope, though, that that is not the last time ever an Indian figures in this list. Bureau Report, News X.
All right. So now you see Mansa Musa. He was what? What did they say? What did they say? The richest who? What is he? The richest The richest human. He's the richest human. Now, what year was Mansa Musa? 1300. And from where? West Africa. From where? What kingdom was he over? The Mali kingdom. So you guys should be taking notes, right? You guys took notes from the film, from the video.
I mean, it was going fast.
Okay, it was going pretty fast, but they had some very interesting facts in here. So, what type of people was the richest people?
Kings
They were kings and what? Aristocrats. Was there any Americans in there?
Yes.
How many was in there? 14. 14. So you guys were paying attention. That was good. So Mansa Musa, he was the richest human in the world. So who do we think is the richest person in the world today for us?
Bill Gates.
You guys said Bill Gates, but what did they say in the video?
Mansa Musa.
No, they said somebody else. He was they listed the number 25. They listed 25, but they list one of ours, the number 26. Do you guys even know who he was?
Yeah.
What was it? Nope, not Carlos Slim.
It says a Muslim name.
Nope, it wasn't.
The white man with glasses.
Yes, what's his name?
I don't know.
You don't remember what his name was? Warren Buffett. Have you guys ever heard of Warren Buffett? Okay. Warren Buffett is from here. He's the richest man, the 26th richest man human in the world. So that was Warren Buffett. But I just wanted to give you. He don't have. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. If you don't think he does, then you research it and bring it back to me. Research, bring it back to me tomorrow. But yes, he is. Warren Buffett is richer than Bill Gates. All right. So that was Mansa Musa, and I just wanted to give you guys an idea because every time we think about Africa, what was the things that you said when we first started the Africa unit? We asked you guys, what comes to mind? What do you know about Africa? What do you think? And a lot of people were saying the first thing is what? Dirty, poor. Isn't that right? But I know, but that's the first thing that a lot of people said. It was dirty. They was poor. They actually were not. Exactly, and that's exactly why we're studying Africa to let you guys know that Africa is rich. It's very rich in culture. So I just go ahead, Rendasia. Do I actually know how to get to Africa? I mean, I can plan a trip to go to Africa. I think Miss Walker is going to Africa this summer. You got to get on the plane. Yes. Yes.
Africa not poor.
Africa is not poor. There are some parts. listen, there's some parts that are impoverished, but there are rich parts of Africa. Yeah, the ruby diamonds in Sierra Leone. Yeah, they have Alicia. Yeah, Alicia Keys and them go. They're called humanitarians, and so they go over and they have foundation and organizations. Yeah. I think Alicia Keys is Stand Alive or Stand Alive, helping Africa stay alive. So yeah, so everybody, and that's the thing we talked about yesterday as well. We talked about the organization. Remember the Crusades? The guys from the Crusade that we talked about. You guys remember that? You remember that, Maya? Okay, what did we talk about for the Crusades? What did we talk about? Gay marriages, right? For the Crusades.
Legalize marijuana.
Yep, legalizing marijuana. That was one of them too, Crusade. So we're gonna move on from this because now we're gonna talk. I guess you guys came in and you picked up this packet, and the packet is your ancient African kingdom, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. So let's clear our desk and have this on our desk. The only thing I want to see is these two papers on your desk. Come on, everybody, start moving. I know it's the end of the day. Everybody's tired, but come on, let's get to moving. Come on. Get your stuff out. Come on, get your stuff out. Come on. Get your stuff out. Come on, everybody, get your packet. The packet that you picked up when you first walked in the door. The package you picked up when you first walked in the door. I want to make sure you guys got it. What's up, Renee? 1 second. I want everybody to have this packet out. Both. I want this one on top. So come on, let's get this packet out. So everybody got this packet? You got yours, Tanisha? You have it on your desk? Did everybody pick up a highlighter? You got a highlighter? Okay. Okay, now I need some readers. I want you guys to read to me.
Excuse me, Miss Pringley.
I need a highlighter.
Never mind.
You need a highlighter, Curtis? Read. Curtis, how did you get your highlighter? All right, let's go. Let's start. Let me get some readers. Who want to read for me? Let's start out reading. Radeja, can you read first?
Ancient African kingdom. Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. Ancient African trade and kingdom developed in West Africa. Ghana was the first. Ghana was later absorbed into the larger kingdom of Mali, which was later replaced by Songhai Empire. Africa has salt and gold. The Sahara Desert had rich salt deposits. Salt was valued because it was used for flavoring and preserving food and for keeping moisture in the body. Some of the kingdoms in the southern
Sudan
were rich in salt, while others were rich in wood.
Right. That's good. What this part does, it kind of like summarize what this packet is all about because it's going to take you from the first kingdom from Ghana to Mali to Songhai. And it's going to give you guys step by step in a sequence order of how these kingdoms were so rich in trade, and then all of a sudden they were taken over. So they talk about the gold and the salt trade, how salt is so important. We all know how important is salt. How many of us know salt is very important for us to survive? I mean, give me raise your hands. You guys know salt is important, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what do we use salt for? Why would they trade gold for salt? Why is salt so important here? For cooking. What else here? It keeps moisture in the body. Preserving food, yeah. And the most important thing to me is the food, because you got to put salt on your food in order to make it taste what? Good. To taste good, exactly. So let's move on. So the first one is about Ghana. Who wants to read the first one on Ghana? Go ahead, Michelle.
Ghana was the first of the three powerful trading states in West Africa. Ghana had learned to smelt iron and using iron tools and lances.
Yep, Ghanaian.
Ghanaian warriors expanded their borders and gained control over West African trade routes. Most people in Ghana earned a living from farming, but those the reason for Ghana's wealth and power.
Okay, stop right there. On your packet, the first question on your packet says, what two resources were most prevalent in ancient Africa? How did these commodities make Ghana rich? So what was the two resources there?
Farming and gold.
What is it?
Farming and gold.
Farming and gold. And there was something else they had up there. So Ghana had learned to do what?
Use sword.
No, what it was? Let's read that. Ghana had learned to what? Iron swords. Right. Smelt iron and using iron swords. So they had iron. So iron was a resource for them. Okay. Go ahead. Somebody read the gold and salt trade for me.
Arab merchants traveled to Ghana by camel caravan from North Africa to trade salt, copper, clothing, tools, and pigs. The Arabs traded their goods for gold, slaves, ivory, jewelry, and leather goods.
Okay, stop right there. I want you guys to highlight that whole the whole part that Prince just read. Highlight that. You need to read it again. What's it that? Okay, the next one. Go ahead. Go ahead, Prince. Finish.
Only gold dust could be used in trade. Nuggets became the property of the king. Legend has it that one nugget was so heavy it was used as a hitching post for the king's horses.
Okay, I want you guys to highlight that. Now, a hitching post. So that means the one nugget. You know how big a nugget is to be used as a hitching post? How big does that have to be?
Really?
Has to be really big. It's probably as big as this desk. Because if it's you, anybody know what a hitching post is?
The thing inside the rope.
Right. The thing that you to keep them stable, right? So if they're using a hitching post to keep the horses, that had to be a huge nugget, right? So that was a lot of gold. So that tells us right there, one, that Ghana had a lot of gold. They had enough gold to make it into a hitching post. So how heavy is a horse, though? How heavy would a horse be to be able to? How heavy is the horse? So it gives us an estimate of how heavy how much gold this was. How heavy is a horse?
Like 800 pounds.
About 800 pounds. That's an estimate. A horse, yeah. So that hitching post was used to keep his horses stable. So that was pretty heavy. Go ahead, Prince, finish reading. Some have
called the kingdom of Ghana the land of gold. The gold trade was largely responsible for the development of Ghana until the kingdom had implemented a system of taxation for their people. The Ghana Empire enjoyed its golden age between 800 and 1000 AD. It had an efficient government and an army to guard its trade routes.
Okay, go ahead. Somebody, I want you guys to highlight from the Ghanaian kings controlled the gold. Highlight that entire part at the bottom, the last part of the first paragraph.
The Ghanaian kings controlled the gold that was mined and their kingdom.
He read it.
He skipped the part. The gold trade was largely responsible for the development of the Ghanaian.
Yeah, that part.
Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah, he skipped that part.
Okay. Okay. We'll highlight that part. Highlight that part for us. Okay. So somebody read the end of the empire. Michelle, read that for me.
Okay. In 1042 AD, Arabs from North America started a war against Ghana. They destroyed the capital and made Ghana give them a tribute. In 1054 AD, the Almoravid rulers came south to conquer the kingdom of Guyana and convert the people to Islam. This opened the way for the kingdom of Mali to gain power.
Okay, now I want you guys to highlight all of that. The end of the empire. Highlight all of that. Okay, now let's go to your packet. Let's go to your packet to answer the questions about Ghana, since we've read so much about Ghana so far. So the two resources that were most prevalent in ancient Africa was what? What did we say? Gold and salt. Okay. What did these commodities? How did these commodities make Ghana rich? Come on, Prince is not the only one that can answer. Come on. We're reading and we have our package. So how did it make Ghana rich?
Because gold is worth money.
Gold is worth money.
And only gold was used in trade.
In trades. What kind of trades were they making? What was they trading?
Gold.
Gold. What was they trading? They have a whole lot of stuff in here.
Gold dust.
Okay, but what were they trading? The Arabs traded these goods for what? Gold for what? Slaves and leather goods. Okay, what metal did the Ghanaians use to make weapons?
Iron.
Iron. So write that down. Iron. But we want to make sure you guys do complete sentences. So I don't want to see you guys just say iron. I want a complete sentence. Okay, the next question, Lavelle. The next question, read the next question for me. Number 3 on your paper. Name these
resources that were traded between the Arabs and
Ghanaians. Okay, who can give me, we'll separate it. Give me 3. Michelle, give me 3. 3 resources that were traded between the Arabs and the Ghanaians.
Jewelry, leather goods,
and gold. Give me 3 more, Lavelle. What else were they trading? They were trading a lot of stuff here. They were trading a lot of stuff here. They to trade salt.
jewelry, copper, clothing, and leather goods.
Yes. Jewelry. Yeah, she said that. We need some more. The clothing, the tools. What else? Slaves. Ivory. So put that down. Make sure you get those resources down, Petrea, because we're giving away answers here.
Oh.
We're giving away answers. So that's your number 3 on your sheet. Okay, the next one says, what form of currency did the Ghanaian commoners use to trade? What form of currency was it? We talked about it. What was it? The gold what?
Gold ancient.
No, not the gold ancient. What was it?
Gold nuggets.
Gold nuggets. Right, exactly. They use gold nuggets. And what the next part says, what happened to all of the large gold nuggets that were found? What was the king's motivation for what he did? They used it to what?
Make weapons.
Okay, but what did the king do? He used it as a what? We talked about it. What did we talk? What did Prince say? What'd you say, Prince? Exactly. He used it as a hitching post. So that was his motivation for it, to use it as a hitching post. And he also used it for taxation, right? Isn't that what it said in there? Yep. Okay, the next one said, what years did Ghana enjoy its golden age? What years was the golden age for Ghana? It's right. 800 to 1000 AD, Prince said. So you guys got that? Daryl. Did you get that, Daryl? Okay. 800 to 1000 AD. Okay, the last one for Ghana. Tahi, read the last one for Ghana.
Okay. What 2 groups invaded Ghana and finally caused its collapse? What changes did they make?
Okay. So at the end of the empire, let's see what it says down there. Read that number at the end of the empire, Tahi.
Wait, the number up. In 1042 AD, Arabs from North Africa started a war against Ghana.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep on reading.
And they destroyed the capital and made Ghana give them tribute.
Okay. And then the next one, in 1054.
In 1054 AD, the Almorav rulers came south to conquer the kingdom of Ghana and convert the people to Islam.
Okay, so your question is two parts. It says, what two groups invaded Ghana and caused its collapse? So what was those two groups that he just talked about?
The Arabs.
The Arabs? Was it the Arabs?
A-word.
The Almoravids. What is it? Almoravids. It was the Almoravids. And who else? The Arabs. The Arabs. Okay, the Arabs. So what changes did they make when they took over Ghana? What did they do to them? To the people? What did they make them do?
Give them tribute.
They made them give them tribute. What else, Tahi? They converted them to Islam. See, that's why we're going over it together so you guys can get these answers. We're giving away answers for Tria. Are you writing them down? Okay. I just want to make sure you get them. Okay, come on, read for me, Patria. You want to read? Or you passing? You passing? Janae, you want to read for me? Who want to read for me? All hands. Okay, come on, Michelle, read for me.
What is the first one?
We're on Mali now because Ghana then got conquered now because the Arabs and the Almoravids then came in and took over. So now it's going into Mali. So who was the ruler of Mali? Who was that we just talked about? What was his name that we just? Mansa Musa. Okay, so go ahead and start for me, Michelle.
By 1240 AD, Ghana was part of Mali, the second largest trading kingdom in West Africa. The Mandingo people of West Africa established the Mali Empire. Most Mandingo were farmers and cattle herders. Life in the kingdom of Mali became a blend of Muslim and traditional African culture.
Okay, I want you guys to highlight that entire section right there. Highlight that entire section. So now read on your paper, Michelle, that first question they asked you about Mali.
What ethnic group established the Mali Empire?
Okay, what ethnic group established the Mali Empire? The who? No.
The Mandingo.
The Mandingos. Right, write that down. Make sure you guys got full sentences on here. Right. So these Mendigos, what were their jobs? They were fierce warriors, but most people held what kind of jobs? Farmers, and what else? Cattle herders. Farmers and cattle herders. So write that down. Get that down on your paper. So they were farmers and cattle herders, but what kind of religion did they practice? What kind of religion did they practice? Muslims and what?
Traditional African culture.
Muslims and what?
Traditional African
Cultures. Traditional African cultures. Right. They were Muslims, and what do the Muslims do? How do they pray every day? How many times they pray? 5 times a day. Yeah, they five times a day they get down and pray. Exactly. So let's move on because Mali has a ruler, a king of Mali. Go ahead, Prince. You can read for me.
Yeah. The king of Mali was Sundiata, or Hungary life. Sundiata expanded the kingdom to include the kingdom of Ghana and West Africa's gold field. He organized a permanent army. He divided the kingdom into provinces. Is that the correct word?
Where you at? Yes, provinces.
Each headed, divided the kingdom into provinces, each headed by a general, moved his capital from place to place.
Trumpeters,
announcers arrived.
Okay, so now on here, Sadada took over what important resource from Ghana? Why did you think he came into Ghana? Why did he take over? What is it? I can't hear you. What is it, Alice? What you say? Gold. He took over the gold. I would take over too if they had all the gold. Wouldn't you take over?
No.
You would take over? Okay.
Then it would just be too much stress rather than leaving it how it is. Everybody's happy.
Back then, yeah, I would have ran up all them niggas.
You would have ran up all the kingdoms?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because Ghana had a lot of gold, man. I'm telling you, especially if they had the gold that was a hitching post. That was a lot of gold. So let's move on. Who's gonna read about the gold and salt trade? Come on, Rendasia. Read for me. We're on the back. On Mali. So we're at the gold and salt trade.
Gold and salt trade. The rulers of Mali drew rich from the gold and salt trade. Mali controlled the salt trade in the north and many caravan.
What is it? Caravan.
Caravan trade routes.
Go ahead.
Mansa Musa, one of the most famous kings of Mansa Musa. The empire reached its peak during the 1300s under Mansa Musa. He made a pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 to 1325 AD.
Stop right there. Where's Mecca? What is Mecca? Right. Okay. So what is that? What kind of religion is in for Mecca? It was what? Islam.
Good afternoon, Wisdom Warriors. Please pause for the afternoon announcement. First, I'd like to thank our teachers and staff for a wonderful and great day here